What's happening, APK? My name is Ed Whitehead. I am a parkour instructor and personal trainer located in the greater Portland area, being Portland, Maine. I work over at the Maine Warrior Gym and I teach parkour, fitness, and Ninja Warrior obstacle proficiency at that gym. And my story is essentially that I love parkour. I've been doing it for better part of 10 years now, probably a little bit longer than that. I got serious about it around the age of 18. I went and traveled with Parkour Generations. I went with them on their Morzine altitude training camps in the French Alps. I went with them like 3 separate occasions, and I really got passionate about fitness and nutrition, and knew that I instantly fell in love with parkour at that point. I knew that this is what I wanted to do, what I wanted to for the rest of my life as a career, etc. In some kind of capacity. I've worked at numerous different gyms. Mostly in Vermont. I worked over at Regal Gymnastics for some time, and over at the now dubbed Green Mountain Training Center, formerly known as Green Mountain Gymnastics. And they do a little bit of everything. They do gymnastics, parkour, freestyle, ski, trampoline, trick training, things like that. And now I'm up in Portland, Maine, or in the area. About a few years ago, I had a pretty serious injury to my shoulder, and that was a big turning point for me, and I was able to get through that. And, through physical therapy, I didn't have any surgery or anything. We did that for about 7 months, 9 months maybe. And it kind of, my priorities kind of changed a little bit. I was very much more a metered athlete and instructor, and I realized I'm not invincible anymore. My attitude towards training kind of changed to in the capacity that I was a lot more mindful of my parkour practice, and from there forward I've worked with some all sorts of different athletes, from the recreational athlete to folks competing in UNAA, NNL, the youth parkour circuit up in New England as well. Worked alongside the folks over at Hub, coordinating competitions and things like that. I think the reason why I want to be an APK ambassador is I think it would give me a lot of clout in the community. One of my biggest dreams and goals is to really empower the parkour community up here. It's pretty small at the moment, and has been for a long time, and I think it's kind of gotten to a point where it's diminished a little bit, and I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why that is. It was never particularly big to begin with, but I want to help parkour grow in the area and offer other avenues and opportunities for athletes and would-be coaches alike to be able to access parkour resources in the area and see that community grow, because there's some fantastic spots in the city of Portland and at places like Cape Elizabeth, at Fort Williams. There's some fantastic, some of the best parkour spots in the world, and people don't know about it, because it's Portland, Maine. People think of Boston and New York City and LA and things like that, but Portland, Maine has a lot to offer, and so I want to be able to show folks the way, kind of like how I've been doing with my coaching, and try to offer avenues through APK and use the resources of that APK has to offer to be able to help build that community up. I think what makes me a great candidate for being an ambassador is that I'm a practicing athlete for, like I said, for over 10 years. I've been coaching for about 6 or 7 of those years. And I've worked with all sorts of people from various different walks of life. Be it 8-year-olds, teaching them how to land their first backflips, to 60-year-olds, people in their late 60s being able to jump out as far as they are tall, like 5-6 feet out, doing precisions and things like that, and showing them a way. And I think I have a talent for being able to work with people and show them how they can access their bodies, to the greatest potential that they can, and kind of show them the path and scale it appropriately for them, so that they know like how to approach it. Whether things the pace needs to be a little slower, or like that's up the intensity. And I think also with my personal training background, I'm an ESA certified personal trainer. Having that, my experience in parkour paired with the knowledge I have of personal training really lends itself to being a parkour instructor, because not only do you understand the dynamics of the sport, but also just biomechanics in general, and then how the two can they influence each other, and they can help build each other up. For the parkour athlete, for instance, having a background in personal training, you can show them how to become stronger, how to become, how to train for specific activities. Where on the other hand, you can take a parkour-centric approach to a general fitness enthusiast and teach them, efficiency and movement patterns and things like that, and using parkour as a lens to be able to, build that mind-body connection. I think, as I said earlier, being an American parkour ambassador would help give me some credibility in the community up here, and I think it's just another credential under my belt to be able to say, listen, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about, and I have this badge to be able to say, hey, listen, like I'm an APK ambassador. And again, I think having the resources that APK offers, in terms of training, professional development, things like that, organizing events, help myself and the gym that I work at, and the professionals that I work with, to be able to build up the community in such a way that is really progressive, being able to teach healthy movement patterns, being able to teach efficient movement patterns, and teach parkour in a way that is both engaging, challenging enough, and safe for individuals of all walks of life. That is my interview. I hope, Mark Turok, if you're watching this yourself personally, hello. It's been a while. It's been a while. Probably 2016 we last saw each other over at Beast Coast, but hopefully I can get this under my belt and we can work together, and I look excited. Stumbled over my words now. I'm excited to work with you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. David Sullivan thought it'd be a good idea to do this, so I figured why not. Mark, if you're watching, again, I've kind of said my piece at this point. I'm just rambling at this point. I look forward to working with you. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.